Hello, Degens! Welcome to Degenerate Takes. I'm the Brofict one, AJ, as we have some breaking news coming out of the LIV and PGA world. The golf world, I guess you could call it, since it's not the PGA world anymore. LIV versus the PGA antitrust continues, as LIV is now joining the antitrust lawsuit as 4 more players drop the suit. The players that have dropped the suit that are LIV golfers in this whole thing are Pat Perez, Carlos Ortiz, Abraham Ancer, and Jason Kokrak. They have dropped the lawsuit, so they are no longer a part of the antitrust. The antitrust lawsuit that they did file for is essentially saying, hey, PGA, when you indefinitely suspended us, that hurts our career, all right? We can't come back to PGA. We can't come back and play in the PGA. That hurts our career, causes us to lose money, and that's monopoly. We'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, LIV is coming in and joining the lawsuit, obviously bringing a lot more money to back up, paying the lawyers, paying the legal fees, everything like that. Those players that did drop are quoted, all of them pretty much saying, I don't want problems with the PGA. I don't want problems with the PGA. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want my tour card back if I want it. Well, I hate to break it to you boys who just dropped the lawsuit. You might as well have stayed in because you already got problems with the PGA. You had problems with the PGA the moment you put that tee into the ground and teed off for LIV. Immediately you had a moment. Even before that, when there were just rumors about you joining LIV, they had a problem with you, and that's why you were indefinitely suspended by the PGA and probably not going to be able to come back. Phil Mickelson facing a 2-year suspension before he can even get reinstated, if he gets reinstated. This is all a huge mess, but it's one of those things that had to take place. LIV Golf obviously is kind of fighting from behind here. PGA has a lot of leeway and has played this legal game before, like when Greg Norman tried his last stint with the World Golf League or whatever the fuck it was called in the 90s. It's a time waster, if we're going to be completely honest. I understand where golfers are coming from as independent contractors and trying to make it work and trying to, get some of whatever they're trying to get out of this, get it out, but it's not going to work. Unfortunately, due to at least, and I'm not a legal expert whatsoever. I'm not a legal expert. I don't know law whatsoever. I just know what I'm seeing and what I've seen in the past. And unfortunately, these golfers have no leg to stand on, and LIV doesn't have a leg to stand on. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, PGA is a private company, non-profit, whatever the fuck they're called. They can ban whoever they want to. They can suspend whoever they want to. Look at baseball and Pete Rose. He's still suspended, for Christ's sakes, and banned from baseball. And I think it's more of a whip it out and let's see who can fight more. Because the PGA is still lobbying on Capitol Hill against LIV Golf. Not really sure where that's going. Haven't really heard any reports on that. But LIV is just fine. You want to play the legal game? You want to do politics and everything? We can do that too, and we've got the money to back us. We're not worried about it, as they shouldn't be. They've got all the money in the world, and that's why the golfers joined, and that's why they're going to continue this lawsuit, even if it's meaningless. I'm not saying it's meaningless. Obviously, you never know with a jury and everything, once you sit 12 people down, which way they're going to rule. But the PGA, they let them play in majors that aren't sponsored by the PGA. They let them go on and do these different events and everything, have their own sponsors. They're an independent contractor. That is what they are at the end of the day, just like a professional wrestler or anything, or a fighter. Not a UFC fighter. That's a completely different thing. But, at the end of the day, they sign their tour membership book or whatever, get their tour card, and they abide by the PGA rules and regulations. And so when they break those regulations, like breaking essentially a contract to go over and play for LIV, that's where you're going to see these issues. Honestly, this lawsuit is going to be something that we hear about for a couple more months and everything. It's going to go away. There is no basis for LIV Golf or any of these golfers really to be suing the PGA. Now, absolutely, the PGA is, the big boy on the block. They hold all the cards. The PGA is the tour when it comes to golf. And so I understand these golfers trying to get back in, but like Rory and all these PGA golfers have been saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You just can't. You can't go over to Saudi Arabia and make billions and millions of dollars and then expect to come and play on the tour. You just can't, and that's why you saw the restraining order get dropped for those who qualified for the FedEx Cup to play. No, you decided to go to LIV, and so you have to live with that decision, no pun intended. But yeah, And this is going to be one of those things with the PGA and LIV battle going on. It's going to be little kids throwing rocks at each other and just seeing which one can knock them down first. With all the money backing both of these leagues, I don't see anyone folding per se, especially with the likes of Rory Hideki, Cam Young staying with the PGA to make it stronger. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on with this. I'm not expecting LIV to do anything with this lawsuit. I'm not expecting a jury to rule on the side of LIV or these golfers, just for the pure stake that they understood what they were doing. They knew that when they went to LIV, there was going to be no shot the PGA was going to let them back. So they gotta lay in the grave they dug at that point. But yeah, I mean, this is day one of LIV Golf Watch as we work towards the tournament this week. I assume we're going to be getting a lot more LIV Golf news, especially waiting on players to jump ship, as we do have a laundry list. You can check out my last video. It should be hovering above my head. And yeah, we go over who we're watching and what could possibly happen today or later this week. So obviously, we will keep an eye on that. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with all LIV Golf and any sports news. And follow us on the socials. Please, if you want to support this show, buy some merch. We got it in the link tree down below in the description. With that being said, please stay tuned, stay subscribed, as I will cover all LIV Golf news that comes across my desk today. With that being said, though, I've been the Perfect One AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.